Over the past year and a half or so, I've been experimenting with an assortment of hand drill, spindle, and fireboard combinations. At this point, I've tried 9 different types of wildflower stalks as spindles and 11 different fireboard woods. My work isn't exhaustive yet, and I do tend to add new materials to my list on occasion. So far though, I've tested 61 different spindle and fireboard combinations, and by far the easiest and fastest for me to have worked with has been Tall Ironweed on lightly degraded white pine. You can see the light gray ashen area on the fireboard that indicates to me that it's lightly degraded. And fortunately, these materials are widely available to me here in Southwest Ohio where I live. Well, I decided to see just how fast I can make embers and take tinder bundles to flame with ironweed and white pine. I was motivated in part by the sort of informal Firecrafter Minuteman challenge, and I made a separate video on that. The goal is to create a friction fire ember, transfer it to a tinder bundle, and take that to flame. But I was also motivated by a super fast, kind of accidental 5.63 second ember that I made on a camp out with my Boy Scout troop this past February. So the clips that you're going to see in the rest of this video are the result of a lot of patience and practice and perseverance over several days this past spring and early summer 2021. I arranged all the clips from slowest to fastest, so you can skip ahead a bit if you want to see my best efforts. First up is the best, fastest, bare-handed hand drill ember and flame that I've been able to create to date. Stay tuned. For that first clip, I was trying to make flame in under a minute in order to meet the mark of the Firecrafter Minuteman challenge. I was successful in getting tinder to flame in under 90 seconds on a few occasions, but since I was shooting for that 1 minute mark, I didn't save the video clips. I really wish I had. I did save this one though, and it represents my very best efforts to date. It could be that I actually accidentally managed to set some sort of record. I got a single pass ember in 8.3 seconds or so, and flame in 66.8 seconds. I've only seen one video that had a bare-handed hand drill ember faster than that, but the fire maker didn't manage to get his tinder to flame. Maybe the ember was just too small, or it went out, or fell apart. I just don't know. I'll put a link to that video down in the description below. And after the wildflower harvest later this year, I do plan to keep on trying to beat that 1 minute mark with my bare-handed hand drilling. Up next are 4 clips of me hand drilling with my Osage Orange Thumb Sling Thunderhead. Again, I'll be using ironweed on white pine fireboard. In the first clip, I'm just over that 1 minute mark and getting my tinder to flame. My best effort to date though is just over 48 seconds. You could skip ahead to that one if you'd like to see it. Anyway, here goes. I just didn't want to go. Up next are 12 short video clips of me making super fast embers and just embers using my thumb sling thunderhead, and they're arranged from slowest to fastest. I'm still using ironweed on white pine fireboard. My goal in these next clips was to find the minimum amount of time required for initial ember ignition. I would try and look, all the while going as fast as I could. My fastest ember was formed in only 4.34 seconds. I should probably mention that I saved the dust generated between unsuccessful attempts and packed that back into the notch on subsequent attempts. This was in keeping with the conditions and assumptions I made in my article on the physics of fire by friction. I'll put a link to that down below. I assumed in that article that the fireboard notch started with good dust and was already full, and I was only interested in determining the minimum time required to ignite it, given knowledge of a collection of variables. I'm providing all these clips not to bore you, but rather to provide data for further analysis in the future if somebody wants to pursue it. Maybe it'll be me, who knows. Anyway, you can fast forward to the faster clips if you'd like to see them, and here we go. You see it? All right, that's one. Ember. You see that? Another good one. Ember. See that? Good one. Okay. Ember. See it? Big ember. Goodness gracious, look at that one. Oh, there's another ember down in there. Ember. There we go. Okay. There's an ember in there. Took a minute for it to show up. How about that? I was about ready to call that one a fail. Well, good. Ember. There we go. Ember. Little tiny things when you're going fast, but that counts. Ember. Look there. They're little when you go fast, but there it is. Ember. Good one. Ember. But I jammed up my spindle too. There you go. All right. Well, how about that? It turns out that it's quite possible to ignite embers very quickly, though as you saw, they tend to be pretty small at the point of initial ignition and may need to be allowed to grow a bit before transferring them to a tinder bundle to take it to flame. In fact, I found that if my goal is to make flame quickly, I need to spend more time making larger embers. As a final comment, I want to point out that in all of the preceding clips, the fireboard and spindle were mostly cool to start with. I would usually rest at least for a few seconds, if not a couple of minutes, between unsuccessful attempts before trying further. I should also point out that I did save the dust from unsuccessful attempts when I was doing my bare-handed hand drilling too. However, I started from complete scratch though, meaning cool spindle, cool fireboard, and totally empty notch when I was making embers with my thumb sling thunderhead that I eventually took to flame in the 4 middle clips in the middle of this video. Just wanted to share that with you. Well, that's all for now, and that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again real soon.